Hi, friends. George Rodriguez, El Conservador, talking to you from San Antonio on this Sunday, March the 22nd, 2026. There's an intense anti-police movement in San Antonio, at San Antonio's City Hall, particularly since the San Antonio Police Officers Organization is renegotiating their contract. The anti-police politicians, the radical leftist community leaders, and the local liberal news media are using the contract negotiations as an opportunity to discredit, undermine, and even abolish the local police. On Sunday, for example, my friends, on Sunday, March 15th, a mural honoring the so-called victims of police brutality was restored on the east side of San Antonio after it was vandalized late January. The mural was restored by a leftist Black Lives Matter styled anti-police group called Act for SA that claims to support police accountability. The group, though, actually lobbies City Hall to weaken police work and discredit police officers. The event, while it only attracted about 25 people, it was covered by the local news media as if it was a major event. The group leaders made these sweeping statements at the event about police brutality and police accountability, but they ignore the facts. What facts? Well, for example, my friends, weekly in San Antonio, more blacks and Hispanics kill other Hispanics and blacks, kill and injure them, than police do. Why doesn't Act for SA and other progressive groups, why don't they address the culture of violence in these communities instead of blaming law enforcement for the violence? What about holding Black and Hispanic community leaders accountable for spending millions of dollars in social programs that have brought no result in stopping crime and violence? Their goal is not, my friends, their goal is not accountability of law enforcement. It's to defund and abolish local police and create a national politicized police force. In the meantime, 3 San Antonio City Council members are pushing for the city to fund SAPD to hire more officers during this upcoming budget season. All of this because the city continues to grow and we need more police officers. A resolution asking the City Council to prioritize the hiring of at least 65 new officers was proposed this past week by council members Marina Alderete Gavito, Misty Spears, and Mark White. The move comes after a resolution after the resolution's sponsors said that the city has failed to meet the commitments to police staffing increases that city council members enacted back in 2023 in an independent report. That 2023 report, my friends, stated that San Antonio needs at least 360 new police officers to keep pace with the city's growth. A plan at that point was implemented to at least hire 100, which was later reduced to now 65 4 years later, or in the next 4 years, rather. So the city went from recommending the hiring of 360 new officers to hiring 65 in the next 4 years. Does anybody see a problem with that? Besides the allegations of police brutality, and these anti-police radicals are also using fiscal arguments against the police. Imagine these liberal leftists arguing for fiscal accountability. Isn't that ironic? The anti-police critics say that San Antonio does not need more police officers because there is no correlation between the number of officers and lower crime rates. They also want to reduce police salaries and benefits, and of course police overtime. However, this is another fact that they ignore. There was a recent study done by SAPD in conjunction with UTSA, And they found that police presence and visibility does deter crime. One of the primary parts of this so-called hotspot policing plan was to focus extra police presence and activities on communities and apartments with high levels of violent street crimes for at least 60 days at a time. The city saw, get this, the city saw roughly a 21% reduction in both the average monthly violent crime cases and the average monthly number of victims. Given these results, wouldn't it make sense, my friends, wouldn't it make sense to hire more police officers to increase the visibility across the city? Secondly, the overtime argument. That overtime issue, my friends, is the result of a shortage of patrol staff, not greedy police officers. Furthermore, it's mandatory overtime. It's not choice. It's not a choice for most of these police officers. And finally, the overtime pay issue, my friends, get this. The overtime pay issue is a city management problem because it is cheaper. This is the truth. It is cheaper to pay overtime to police officers than to hire more and to cover their benefits and their training. This argument is the city management playing games in league with the anti-police advocates. Liberals are also saying that the city does not need more police officers because crime is down. Well, city leaders have decriminalized and redefined certain crimes as misdemeanors rather than felonies, and that masks the real danger in the streets, my friends. They tell police officers to ticket or ignore certain crimes rather than arrest the violators. Let's remember, my friends, that in 2024, the Biden administration was caught red-handed doctoring national crime stats. And if liberals at the national level will do that, you can be certain that they'll do it at the local level to justify their reduction of police officers. Conclusion, my friends. San Antonio's population growth means more people, which means more crime, more accidents, and more calls for service. Let's remember the recent situations of a very public, dangerous shooting during Fiesta Week at Market Square, the rise in car thefts and break-ins, and the presence of illegal alien criminals in our community. We cannot let, my friends, we must not let anti-police advocates promote unrealistic police policies that endanger public safety. San Antonio needs more well-trained, well-equipped police officers, and we need them to cooperate with federal partners like ICE. It's all about public safety. It's all about your safety. I'm George Rodriguez, El Conservador. You can follow me on YouTube, Facebook, X, TikTok, as well as you can contact me through this video and let me know if you want to join the mailing list. Once again, George Rodriguez, El Conservador. Until next time, my friends.